Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a great Thursday. Oliver, hello. Sandrine, hello. Hankyon, hello. Hopefully I got it right this time. Bernd, hello. It is wonderful to see you all here today. Sandrine, I do have a question for you, and I'm glad you're here because, of course, we're going to be looking at your Blood and Guts font and playing around with it a little bit. Okay. Hankyon is saying you're getting closer and closer. Mel, let me move my mic a little bit. Okay. Once I actually get to work, I'm going to be working on one of PJ's photos. Stuart, hello. PJ sent me a photo on the Discord and asked me about removing some of the texture. So there's a quick, easy way to do it. That's what I'm going to jump into. But of course, Sandrine is the professional retoucher within the community. So I would love to hear how she would tackle something like this. But, and if you're interested, I haven't even done intros yet. If you jump over your photos to edit, Sandrine, if you want to take a close look at it, that's going to be the photo, and she would like the paper texture to be removed. But let's go ahead and start with introductions. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn Kozel. I'm a photographer. I'm based in Germany. David, hello. Good morning. I may have a filter for that one. Ooh, I would like to hear about it. I am based in Germany. If you're watching this on Behance, up above my head, you will see and an amazing streamer. Hankyon, thank you. I'm going with Hankyon. That's that's it. Okay. Now you embarrassed me. I'm turning red. You can click on my icon that's up that way. It looks like a photo of me right up here, and it'll take you to my Behance page. If you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, you will see a Linktree link within the description. You can click on that, and you can join my Discord from here. This is where you share your work, ask your questions, and just stay in contact with the community. Okay, if you like what I do, feel free to subscribe. I gotta plug myself. That sounds horrible. Arshia, hello. Look, that was an easy edit. We went from Shawn to tomato in 2 seconds. If you like what I do, feel free to subscribe. And or buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate it. They're called FFT filters. FFT filters. Fast Fourier transform. Fourier. I don't know what Fourier is. Okay. Moving on, I think that's enough plugging myself. Let's jump into the Discord. And to begin with, let's get to the community artwork. We have our very own Sandrine. We've been talking about... Ooh. Thank you, Sandrine. We have been talking about Sandrine's font that Sandrine has made. She has updated that font and has given it to the community. So it says, hello peeps, I updated my free font on my Behance page. It now includes a section of diacritics, uppercase, lowercase for the regular variations of the typeface, and uppercase for the title variations. You can tell I'm American because we don't use any of those. If you would have asked me what it is, I wouldn't have known. As usual, feel free to download, test it. It's free for commercial and personal usage alike. The only thing needed is a credit line. So if you use it on any project, feel free to drop me a line. I'll be honored to share it with the world. So good. So I've got this open, and let me actually put this in chat. So if you want to follow along, not Command B, there we go. No, that's not the right one. Let me delete that. You're already here. You don't need that. I wasn't looking at my keyboard there, sorry. There we go. That's the right one. And we don't need this down here. Delete that. Okay. So I have already gone through this project. We've talked about it. I've shown it. You can go through, check it out yourself. What I did before the stream is I actually deleted the regular font. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to download this font. We're going to upload it onto my Mac, and we're going to test it. We're going to take a look at it. And I wish I was on my German keyboard, because it actually has some of the keys, but we'll try to make do. I don't know. We'll try to make do. So first off, we're going to jump over here to the downloads. We're going to download both of these. This going to be both or just one? Let's download it. It looks like, oh, it's okay. Regular and title. All right. What? Your keyboard is German? So is Sloud and weird. No, so I am, how can I explain this? So loud and weird. Hold on, everybody. We need an explanation here. And it's a good question. It's just, let me find it really fast. And I know we've got new people here, so I have no problem. That's what we want. Oh, I'm blocking myself. Okay. I speak German and it sounds grumpy. I wish I spoke German. My German is not very good. I speak Gasthausdeutsch. If it was better, I would actually be working for Adobe. I'll put it that way. Okay, so this is how I stream. I actually did an Adobe Express webpage explaining my entire setup, how I stream and everything. So this view is basically what I see right in front of me. Oliver says you need to master English before you worry about German. Thanks, Oliver. Can you say the word squirrel in German? Squirrel in German. No, Mel. All right, so as this is what I see right now. Now, over here with the Behance, that is my old Mac that I purchased. It's an American Mac. I'll put it that way. It's an American Mac. This one I purchased at a German Apple store, and so it comes with a German keyboard. Now I could switch it out because there are some different keys, but I'm not worried about it. So that's why. And if I scroll down, this is the German keyboard, and that's the American keyboard. So, okay. So that's the explanation of why I have two different keyboards. Where am I? Blood and guts. Here we go. So I've got this downloaded. Let's open up my folder. There it is. Let's jump over into our Launchpad. Let's put in our font for our font book. We're going to open that up. We're going to jump over into my fonts. And let's just drag and drop that over. Let that load. And say thank you. And let's jump into Photoshop. All right, let's get a new file. Go ahead, that's fine. I just want to get this off-white so it's not so bright. Okay, hitting D back for our default colors. Let me switch sides here. Let's go ahead and hit T for text. And let's go ahead and up here, we will put our blood and guts. So as you can see, ooh, wait a minute. Huh. So it only, why did you only download one? Okay, Alex, hello. It did. As you can see, I only downloaded one. So let's go ahead, let's minimize that. Get back in, let's do it this way. And we need the title version. So let's go ahead, download that. I was not sure. Arik, hello. Make cut. All right. I wasn't sure if it was going to come in as two individual fonts or the others. So I got it. I'll put some links on the Discord for the TTF filters. Thank you, Sandrine. We will look at that. Actually, let's open it up here. Let's grab our title. Alex, I hope you're having a great day. Okay, now as you can see, it's got the title. It says 2 styles. So we've got everything loaded. That is good. Let's get back into Photoshop. Hit V for the move tool, holding down the Option key. We're going to drag that down, hitting T for text, Command A, and let's go into our title. Rick, you don't need to be spamming my chat. Not a need, not needed at all. All right, we need some, let's do a actually, let's do a option umlaut. Ooh. Now, I do not know the name for all of the accents. Obviously, being in Germany. Whoa. Is that the right A? Okay, Sandrine saying I'm not sure. That can't be the right A. No, because it switched it. Okay. We found a bug. Oh, I knew. I'm like, that can't be right. That does not look like the right A. Oh my gosh. Now that is the right A. Okay. Let's take a look at what we've got. I get you. It's just that particular letter is not mapped out. I get it. All right. Where did you add it? Is it on the Discord? Here we go. So these are the updated. So you have well, that's in the title. Okay, you have the umlaut for the U and the E. Okay. Okay, Sandrine says, I am happy to add glyphs, but I need to know if there is a demand for it. Those letters have been asked for by users. Okay, that is cool. So what we're looking at here is this is the process. Sandrine made a font. She posted a beta to a select few of people, and I was included in that beta testing. After that, we jumped in and she updated the fonts with any issues that we discovered. She gave it out free to the world and asked for responses. And people have come forward and said, hey, these are the letters that I would like. And so Sandrine updated them again. That's the process, I guess it goes through if you're making your own font. So far, I know people have downloaded it after it was released, but only one person manifested their interest. That's a good thing too, Sandrine. David, if you're still here in chat, have you dove into this? Because I know David was talking about maybe using it for something. Okay. Let's jump back into Photoshop. So we go Option umlaut E. Nope. Nope. Whoa! David's throwing shade. David says, I've not yet, but not because I don't like it. Oh, okay, I read that differently. What is the Discord name? Just started using it, looking for amazing groups to join. Scroll right below my stream and it will say something like, oh, I don't have it. I've been changing it. Yeah, don't say anything, Sandrine. Dang it. Okay, scroll below my stream. You will see a link that says Linktree right there. And Oliver's putting the link in chat. Scroll down and you will see join my Discord. Thank you for that, Oliver. I used to have it in chat, but because of Relink, I've been changing everything up. Just haven't had a project it lines up with yet, weirdly. It's all about sci-fi stuff these last 2 months. Cool. What just happened there? Okay. So we tried the umlaut. Are there any umlauts? Because I swore there was. So, Option umlaut. Okay, we're still says blood and guts. What was it? Was it E? U? Nope. Okay, maybe this is my problem. That other countries that use the umlaut Elthing, hello. Good day. Maybe these aren't umlauts. Maybe they're for a different language that I'm not familiar with. Interesting. Or Sandrine, and if anybody else knows the answer to this, let me know. Due to the fact that on my keyboard, let me track the ASC2 code. Well, here's what I'm wondering. Okay, I got it on this machine. Don't have it on that machine. The double dots appear in other language under different names. That's what I'm thinking. But also the one thing that I'm kind of wondering is, because I'm using the option U for getting the umlaut, I wonder if you have to actually have that key. Elthing is asking, are you a Z and Y swapped person? I love Twitch. This is why I when I do Relinked, I don't stream on Twitch. Alt and 154. Oh, okay, Elthing, I apologize profusely. This, okay. I am making a public apology to Elthing over on Twitch. What was posted as a question towards me, I did not understand it properly and took it as a very strange question. The question about being a Z and Y swap was about the German keyboard. The Z and Y is swapped, so it's opposite of my American keyboard. Whoops. Okay, since you said umlaut and whatever, the umlaut, yes, it's I live in Germany, I do have a German keyboard. Oh my gosh. Let me see this, Sandrine. Don't hold Alt. Oh, okay. What? I am not. Okay, on a Mac, should be able to just hold down the letter and it offers you. No way. Alex, I do not need to try a French keyboard. Are you playing with fonts today or what's going on? Good question. We've got a Sandrine who is on our Behance community. By the way, I'm on Behance, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Has made a font and has asking people to test it. So it's a free Blood and Guts comic style font. And so as of right now, I've downloaded it. We're just giving it a quick run through, and then we will be jumping into photography shortly. So, okay, we're going to be doing photo restoration. On a Mac, you should be able to just hold down the letter and it'll offer you. Okay, let's try this. Alessandra, hello. hitting T. Let's get back up here. Come on, I don't want to. All right. No, Oliver, that doesn't work. No. Just hold the letter down. Okay, I don't know if it works in Adobe apps. No, it doesn't. It works in stuff like text editors, text boxes, web pages. Yeah. Oh, How? Yes, of course I have the glyph panel. So we're going to go up to Windows, and it's alphabetical. We're going to come down here to glyphs. We're going to click on our glyphs, and let's see what we've got here. Okay. The entire font. Okay. Gotcha. I think you need to set your keyboard up first. No. You know what, Sandrine? I very rarely use the glyph panel. Normally if I'm going to be doing something, I already know it has glyphs, and I'll just go in and kind of highlight that letter and see what we get. If any options come up. Lydia, hello. But no, I'm perfectly fine using the glyph panel. So we're missing some of the umlauts, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't know how much German. I mean, the only reason that I'm trying this is because you've updated it, and I wanted to see what we got. So I can see there are mistakes in the set of E's, third row from the bottom. Oh. I don't know. I'm using 2 Macs. I don't know about a window. Well, okay. I don't know what language this is supposed to be. Latin capital. Maybe not. I panicked there. No, it looks. I mean, I am showing a font that you made live. So yeah, you have every right to panic a little bit if you see something that might be out of sorts. Cool. Hi, Jack. All right. I think I'm good with that. I'm Sandrine. I'm gonna continue playing with it. How does the double S from the German look in this font? Ooh, is there the double S? I actually didn't even look for that. Alphabetical. There is not the double S. And Mel, I agree. Mel says, Sandrine, this is seriously so darn cool. I would actually be okay if you said the other word, Mel. Yeah, there is not the double S. Which, let's hit B for our brush. Let me grab my Wacom. Make a new layer with something hard and smoothing. So the double S kind of looks like a B. So that is the double S for the German. There's probably a different way, like I did the wrong, probably like this. Now I'm looking at my keyboard just to confirm. The tail is too long. The tail is too long. No, they're actually, well, okay. Maybe, but in people's names, like I talked to a gentleman today with the double S. Go ahead, get rid of that layer. So on the keyboard, it's more like this. I still can't do it right. I'm making it too big. Something like that. A little more of a tail coming down. It's a B that's not fully closed at the bottom and does not touch in the middle. You are correct. Mel nails it. I was gonna always open in the bottom, right? Yep. Actually, it's more on the left side, but yes, you are correct. All right. Let's go ahead, get out of this. Sandrine, thank you so much for sharing. And everybody, anybody coming in new, remember, jump on over into my Discord, go over to the community artwork and scroll down and download Sandrine's free Blood and Guts comic lettering font. Very cool. Very cool. This is a great project too. It's starting to look like a death metal DIY poster. It is. That's true. It's true. Okay, we do not need my stream setup anymore. We can get rid of that. Announcements really quick. I don't know if I've put it in here. No. Okay, for those of you that may not know, the Relink stream with Tony Harmer was the last Relink until the next season. I need to start scheduling and booking people for that in the future. I've got a list of names that I'm going to start contacting. I do not know when it will be back, but it will be back. Let's jump over into events.adobe.com. I just want to bring this up again, and we will go to the United States, please. Thank you. So, events.adobe.com. That is where you're going to want to go. Scrolling down, we're going to come down to our Adobe Create Now. Keep posted on this. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to make it to Hamburg. Michelle says, anyone planning on going to Adobe Max London? I am. You may wait. So I know there are things that are happening all over the place. Like, there's a Frankfurt one, and to all the Germans, there's one coming up in Frankfurt next month. I have not seen the public information about it. I am booked to go, but I don't know. As for London, I have been told not to book anything yet because I may have to work. So, General, hello there. I would love to go, and it's kind of a toss-up because, you know, it gets expensive flying all over, and I don't know if I'm going to go to... I probably am, but the only reason I would be going to Max in Miami is if I'm asked to TA again by a certain Tony somebody. Other than that, I will probably be skipping Max, but the only reason I would want to go there is to be with Tony. But there are events that are constantly happening, and I don't know how Adobe is getting the information out there, but it's all over the world. It is all over the world, like a few events a week. I mean, yesterday there were 2 events, or yesterday there were 2 events happening. A real bromance is developing in front of our very eyes. Sandrine, I have failed Tony. I missed the one in Tucson. I heard that was a good one. I heard it was good. And that's the big thing. Ray, hello, by the way. There are people in the community, and this is including me. Steven, hello? Steven, I don't know if you heard, there's an event coming up in Frankfurt next month. But until, like, we know dates, we've got places, we've got this information, but it's not made public. And it's frustrating for us, because if there are events that are happening near us, and I know we've got people within the community that are close, I want to make sure that they know. But because it's not made public, I cannot give specifics. I don't know how this is happening. Jack says I might go to Chicago unless they schedule me for Adobe Live, because that happened last time they were in Columbus. Yeah. And Alex, same thing with Alex. We want to go to these events. We're streamers. Jack's a streamer. Alex is a streamer. We feel as if we have an obligation to inform the community. That's the big thing. And we just don't know what we can say and what we cannot. So if anybody gets, here we go, if anybody gets emails from Adobe saying, hey, there's an event coming up, because I know that the last year's London, like earlier in the year, there was a London event, and then there was London Max. And if you went to the first London event, then you got early emails about London Max. So, Tangerine says, I find the info tend to be a bit patchy. I understand that they are sometimes a bit last minute, but it's a bit frustrating. The thing is, Sandrine, I don't think it's a last minute. I've been looking at these and really diving deep into them. And do you know the logistics that it would take to put on so many events? Like, I was looking at just the German events. And then think about how many are happening in the United States. There's like 2 a week in the States. So I don't know, but I feel your frustration. Jack says, I haven't got any emails about events, but I also don't live in any of the specific cities. It's ambassadors only. No, it's not general. Ambassadors, we are not privy to that information. Experts are privy to that information, which I am, obviously, but I don't think wait, yes, we are. Yeah, ambassadors and experts. Okay. Michelle says, would love to go to Max in Miami, but that would be way more expensive than going to London. Yes. Sandrine says, some of us need a lot of time to book things, prepare and stuff. I know Jane has been frustrated for that. For example, no info on wheelchair accessibility for Max London. Yeah, Does she know the venue? I mean, no, okay. We're really going down a tangent here. I would, if I was in Jane's position, yes, it's public. I would get on the venue website. I mean, it looks like a brand new building. It looks like a beautiful building in the middle of a park. The wheelchair accessibility could be a problem within the park. I don't know. It's London. It could be raining. So, yeah, the London event. Oh, it's not on the venue website. Well, I think the UK has a little bit different, laws than in the States. And I don't know for sure, to be honest. All right. max.adobe.com /London. Ooh, speaking of Tony, I did not know Tony was going to be teaching. This is updated. Annie's going to be there. Bart, nice. Claudie? Oh. Okay. This has been updated. Very nice. Evolution London. And everybody, make sure, early bird by March 31st. Okay. It's on a single floor, so should be okay, but here might be some issues with the toilet. In the UK, you only have to make reasonable accommodations, but no one is twisting your arm on anything. That is an issue. I agree. I want to go to this. All the friends are going to be there, and also Tony and Claudie. So, Aunt Stewart's going. Daryl's going to be there. We're going to have oh my gosh, what is it called? The superhero twins. Oh my gosh, I seriously have why do I have my chat? You can see part of my chat. Really professional there, Shawn. That looks good. The Freaking Brothers show. Okay. That looked really good, Shawn. Way to go. Whoops. All right. We're done talking about Max right now. And I promise you, when information is made public that I can share with you, I'm going to be putting it up here under announcements, and I'll make sure to do a tag everyone just to be annoying. Okay. Sandrine. We might have to cancel the Firefly events that day since I'll be in Chicago that week in April for another conference. Or who knows, maybe I could chat and do it on Adobe Live. Because I bet you Adobe UK might be streaming something. Hey. Holy snikes. I'm gonna have, you asked for links, I provided links. You did, Sandrine, and I'm gonna have to take a moment and actually look at this. And I'm not gonna do it live. But let's go ahead. We're going to save this image. Thank Jan. Bye everyone. I have to go have a Zoom call about some little adjustments on a design. Sounds great. Have a great rest of your day. Go ahead, download that. And we're going to, let's jump into Lightroom. Okay. Let's do this proper. Ankyon, I really hope your finger slipped there. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's the same reason that General likes to call me ambassador. Michelle, have a great day. Okay, yesterday, for just hanging out, I wanted to just go out, do some photography, so went down to the river and was photographing some of the birds, just kind of hanging out. Mel, Vikram, hello over on YouTube. Good to see you, buddy. So everything I shot, okay, we're not going to be getting into this today. Unless we run out of time, then maybe we'll be taking a look at these. So as everybody knows, this is my catalog. Within my catalog, I've got 82,000 photos in this catalog. Frank, hello everybody. So we're going to come up here in Lightroom Classic. We're going to jump up into File, Open Recent, and I want our live stream. It is not my file. So it's going to close Lightroom Classic, grab the live stream catalog and reopen it. And now we are in the How I Edit Your Photos. So within this, we are going to open up my Finder. Let's just grab our photo and I'm going to drop it on the Lightroom Classic icon, and it's going to automatically jump into all of my downloads. Why? Why do you have all of my downloads? Jeez, come on, Lightroom. And I don't even see it here. I really don't. Okay. Cancel out of that. Let's do an import. You know, this is funny. I was actually thinking like, hey, I'm gonna import this live. That way you guys can see how it's done. Not wise. Not wise. Yes, Vikram, relink came to an end of the season. Why in the world? What is this? Oh, it's a web. It's saving it as a web. Why? Why are you saving it as a web? Very interesting. Let's go ahead. And as you can see, this is saving it as a WebP document. Shri, hello. Yeah, relinks season. It takes a lot of time and effort to actually get in and to put that show on. So we did, I kind of in my mind set it up the schedule to be just that, to start out with the 6 people that I want. Why are you saving this that way? Okay, let's try this now. Okay, we've got a JPEG. About time, Shawn. Frank says, anyway, great initiative and great work, Shawn. It was awesome. Can't wait for season 2. Thank you. That actually means a lot. It was a lot of fun. And also... Oh, you little bugger. Why are you doing this? I was actually wondering about frequency separation on this. What if you bring it straight into Photoshop? Okay, Photoshop reads it. All right. Well, that's just dumb. Okay, as you can see, this is the WebP version, blurring the whites and keeping the blacks intact. I want to actually make sure that I've got the original, so we're going to export as. I could have done this quick export as, that's fine. We're going to deal with the pixel size later. I'm not worried about that right now. But let's go ahead. We're going to export. Let's put this onto our desktop. And this is for PJ. And we're going to go ahead and hit save. Now we're going to get out of that. Let's get back into Lightroom Classic. Now let's go ahead and import. Vikram, have a great day. Shoot, now where the heck did I put it? Okay, it's on my desktop. There we go. And keywords, we're going to go PJ. And we want to copy this as a DNG. How I edit your photos. We're going to put it into a new folder called PJ. Not within Mafu. Nope, right there. And I'm going to go ahead and import. Okay, so the whole reason that I'm doing this is to make sure, just grab this and put it in how I edit, is making sure that I've got an original always. So this is my way when it comes to photography, is working as non-destructive as possible. Now with this photo, I don't think that at this time we're worried about anything like colorization or anything like that. PJ's talking about just removing this texture, this paper texture. Now, I've been wanting to do this, to be honest. And I've had difficulties finding photos. The original photo that I was thinking about wanting to do this with is the old dimpled paper. The old photos where you've got those big dimples. It looks cool, but when you scan it into a computer, it looks horrible. Now, one way that you can remove that is if you have the original folder, what you can actually do is on a flatbed scanner, scan it, turn it 90 degrees, scan it, turn it 90 degrees, scan it, turn it 90 degrees, scan it, turn it 90 degrees. Now what that is doing is as the light bar, the scanner, comes across, what you're seeing by those dimples are the lights and shadows. So being able to scan it 4 times and take it into Photoshop and merge those together, you are eliminating the shadows, which if you do not have shadows and you remove the highlights, that means it's flat. You have no dimension. So it would remove all of those dimples. I've done it before in the past, and it worked okay. It worked good. So there's probably different ways to do it, as Sandrine was saying in the Discord. But at that time, that's the only way that I kind of knew about it. But from here, let's go ahead, hit G. I'm going to go Command E, and we're going to edit a copy with Lightroom adjustments. We haven't done anything, it doesn't matter. But we're going to edit, and let's jump over into Photoshop. Maybe. Did you? Okay. Whew. I thought it just opened. I thought it just opened my beta. And I was like, no, you can't see that. Okay. So first off, what I'm going to do, unlock the background layer. We're going to go Command J. We're going to duplicate it just for the fun of it. A forescan method is a bit tedious, isn't it? It is. But you know what? If and to be perfectly honest, Frank, it is tedious, but at that time, I didn't have the Photoshop skills to know exactly what I would be doing. This was pre-COVID, the last time I dealt with that. The best way is always to deal with it at the scanning, shooting stage. There is so much that can fix it, and there is so much that can fix it in post can do. Yes. I mean, yes. Retouching this by hand is also very tedious. Yep. Is there a script to merge the 4 scans into Photoshop? Yes. There is, in fact, Frank, and I think you know the answer to that because you worded it correctly. If we come up here to File, is it under Automate or Scripts? Load files into stack. And it will ask you, if you do that, I don't have anything ready to try this out. Yeah, you could use photo merge. But I think the load files into stack, when you open up the file, you jump in, you select a folder or files, whatever works for you, and it will, I thought it had an auto align. Yep, right here. Attempt to automatically align the source images. So, and then you can create a smart object after loading the layers. But once you load, you'll be able to use the automatically aligned source, which should be very easy to do. Let me cancel out of this because they're all going to look like this. They're just going to be flipped around. So yeah, now at that point, here's you would not have the control. That's wrong. I'm wrong. I am wrong. I am wrong. You would not have the control of eliminating the highlights and the shadows using blend modes. So you would want to actually bring in the 4 scans individually and have them bring them in as 4 layers. They should already be aligned because they're all the same size. And then you would use blending modes to eliminate the highlights and shadows. Okay. I am really probably going to mess your name up. Donior, hello, welcome in. Sandrine says, in the very old version of Photoshop, there was a specific script for merging scans. I'm sure it still exists as a separate script somewhere. Why do I know that? I mean, we've got photo merge, but it sounds familiar, Sandrine. Okay, let's dive into this. So, let's name our layers. We're gonna call this one our original, and this one we are gonna try. We're gonna try using a filter. And this is what I was hoping for. So we're going to turn this into a smart object using my shortcut key, which I programmed myself, but you can right click and come up here to convert it to a smart object. I am doing this because, again, I'm trying to work non-destructively. We are going to dive into the neuro filters. And this is what has been so impressive to me recently. So let's jump in. We're going to come up here to our neuro filters. And I'm really hoping it doesn't crash. And down here at the very bottom, we have photo restoration. So let's turn that on, and it's processing on the device. My fans aren't really kicking off too much. Okay. Now, there's a couple different things that I'm thinking about. Let's really crank this up. I think it will probably do a pretty good job too. See the before and after. It's actually doing a good job. It's pulling a lot of the color out, but it's not pulling any of the scratches out. Now, here's one of the things, the enhance face does a really nice job. I'm digging that. Now let's go ahead and we are going to check out the scratch reduction. "35 seconds, and I'm only up to 30. Turn it up to 11, Shawn." Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Let's kick that up to 50. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Sandrine. One second, everybody. One quick moment, please. I want to check something out. Okay, Rick. You are going away. I'm Hindi. Okay. You are a piece of something. Oh, why in God's name would somebody come in with Hindi and call me an MF? Like, come on. Don't be a child. Thankfully, I got off this screen. Hold on, everybody. I need to clean up my chat now. There it is. And the funny thing is, he says he's sorry. Calls me it 3 times, and then says he's sorry, and then does it again. Children. School must have let out. All right. There we go. Hank Young, that was fast. You must not had a lot of changes to make. All right. So this is one of the things that I'm thinking about. Stuart says kids. Yep. And the funny thing is, he's shadow banned right now. So he gets to look at my beautiful face and type anything at all that they want. And nobody is ever gonna see it. I love shadow banning. Okay. So what I'm thinking about with this very specific photo is I'm looking at the face. Okay, so let's show the original. I'm looking at the face because we can always take her out and put in a new solid color background or even a gradient, but I think just going with a solid color background would be fine. I don't mind. Now this is my opinion. I don't mind really the texture that is in the background because it's giving a little bit of separation. We do need to come in and clean up some of the marks and the neck. We can let's keep working at this. I want to see what we can get from the neural filter before we do anything else. I mean, one option actually, yes, we're going to keep going with this. We're going to keep going because one option that we could do is take this out as a smart filter, then bring it back into, we could make a copy even, and then bring it back into and jump up into either smart portrait or skin smoothing. And that's going to take care of a lot of stuff. Now, in reality, let me zoom out a bit. If she is looking a bit plastic, that's kind of okay for this style of photo. Okay. Hank Yan says, well, she almost asked me to change everything. So we talked about it a bit, and she's gonna look at it again before I do the changes, my experience, and after what was said. Okay. Ooh, Sandrine says, sometimes I tell them if you want it twice, they have to pay twice. That's what I also told her and made her look it over again. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. I am not really getting any noise happening within this at all. Barbara, good morning. I'm not seeing any noise, so I don't even think. I mean, we can run it just to see. Take it up a little bit. That's way too plastic. I mean, that cleaned up all of this here, because when noise becomes apparent, it is found in the darks. That's when so it's looking at some of these dark shades and it's picking up the noise. That's getting close. It's getting really close. So, gotta be careful with that noise reduction. Let's take it down just a bit. Okay, I don't think there's going to be any color noise. Nope, we're just not even going to do it. Now, JPEG artifacts, it may get a little funky, but let's take it up to 30 to start with. And I'm not seeing anything there, so we've got nothing. That's the before. Let me switch sides here. That's the before. That's the after. I'm just testing these sliders out, seeing what we get. Ah, that really didn't do anything. Okay, so I'll switch sides again. You know what? Give me a quick second, everybody. Enjoy my new Be Right Back. There's something going on I need to look at. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I was hearing a very strange noise. So, hopefully you enjoyed my new Be Right Back. I do like that. All right. So, let me go ahead and get rid of my lower third. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out as a smart filter. You have different options. You can't see them, but we're going to stick with a smart filter. We're going to go ahead, hit OK. All right, so Command 0. Here is our new. There's the original. That's our filter. Now, I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to come up here and go to New Smart Object via Copy. So I don't have to do this because if I scroll this down, you can see it's adding the neural filters in non-destructively, but this is just, I'm wanting to be able to see very easily the differences that we're creating. So this is why I'm doing it this way. They wouldn't. Okay. So we're going to take this, we're going to go to Filter, Neuro Filters again, and we're going to jump into our skin smoothing. Let's turn that on. Did it do something already? Oh, let's zoom in. Okay. So I am looking, you can still just kind of see a little bit of lines right there. And if I do the before and after, look at her cheek. That's the before. That's the after. This is almost getting to the point of like very quick patch tool. Okay, let's turn that off. Let's jump down into our smart portrait. Let's turn that on. We are not. Let's see what we've got going here. This is just ridiculous. We are not using this at all. So we're going to get out of that. I really think we're just at the point. The blur is too much. You guys are having way too much fun. I can tell you that right now. I'm reading chat, I'm just not sharing chat right now. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. So we are... Let's take a look at what we've got going here. Here is our original. Devlin, hello. This is with the photo restore, which I think it's doing a pretty good job. No, don't, hey, do not be sorry. I said it was funny. Okay, so at this point, let's go ahead. We're going to go Command Option Shift E. I want a blank layer. So we've got all of our smart filters. We've got this one layer right here. And let me know in chat, what do you think of the background? Like, should it be, solid? Do you like the texture? I kind of like the texture. Okay, so for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a new layer. Let's jump over, and this is what kills me about the patch, is the patch is a destructive tool. So I actually have to be working on the source. So let's go ahead and delete that. We're going to go Command J, and let's call this one our patch. Now, of course, there are a ton of different tools that you could be using to get this effect, and you do not have to hit Command D every time. I just like doing it because I'm watching what I'm working on. And just trying to smooth some of this out a little bit. This is the big one. I don't want to get rid of her laugh line, but I do want to get rid of some of this here. Just make this a little bit of a smoother edge. We've got a lot of stuff happening on the neck. Steven says, in general, I do like the background, nice texture, look, and feel of the historical photo paper, but on the right side bottom, her left shoulder, background, and shirt, not enough contrast. That is true. That's true. Okay. Okay, again, we need to get some of this to start blending a little bit better. And at this point, a lot of this would be very helpful in using frequency separation. That would actually help quite a bit cleaning up some of this. Because we're dealing with lights and shadows. Lights and darks. And frequency separation would take care of that like real quick. Yeah, I am okay. Barbara says when first learning Photoshop, I cleaned up a picture of my oldest daughter, married. She really took offense, never again. In Maddie's stream yesterday, PJ was asking for help on how to do this. I've been looking for a photo to actually do this with. So I'm not so much trying to clean her as I am trying to remove and smooth the texture out of the image. That's kind of what I'm focusing on here and what I think is of importance. You know, one thing that we could do really quick I have had clients telling me the same, and I told them that they must do what feels good for them. One of them came back with their tail with... Okay. I'm just reading chat again. Let's go ahead. Want to try. Since we're just playing. Barbara says, I got over it. She wasn't going to accept her father's wife no matter what. Okay, gotcha. Oh, Code Murky, hello, welcome in. Or Code Monkey, hello. Yes, of course there is. So, let me go ahead and zoom out. So this is the original file that I was asked to work on. That's the original file. That is with the photo restoration neuro filter. This is with the face, not face restoration, the skin smoothing neural filter. That's a background layer. And this is just blending some of the colors using the patch tool and other things. So the process is kind of for me to explore. Now, the funny thing, people think, okay, photo restoration, we're gonna use that. If you take a portrait, with a brand new DSLR. You've got pixels to play with, whatever. Let's say wherever you shot it, of this portrait, you had a great deal of noise. And of course, you're shooting RAW, as everybody should. So you jump in and you say, okay, this is noisy. And you take the photo, you denoise it, either in Adobe Camera Raw or in Lightroom Classic. At that point, you're like, it's not as sharp. It's not as, what's happening here? I don't like what it did. Then you can actually bring that photo into the photo restoration and work on just the face. So let's get into here. Let's jump back into our neural filters, and they have just an enhance face feature. What would happen if you done a negative texture in Adobe Camera Raw? We can try it. I'll do it in Lightroom Classic. So it just reran it again. But anyway, so the whole thing is you can come up here with a brand new photo that you just took and you had to denoise it or whatever you had to do to it and you weren't happy with the sharpness. Coming in here using enhance face works great. So think about using some of these tools and not what they're designed for. Just like what Sandrine is saying, let me cancel out of that, is the using the negative texture because, and since Sandrine brought it up, let's jump into Lightroom Classic. Here's our image. Let's come back out here. Let's go ahead and we are going to create a virtual copy. Open this up, hitting D for default. I'm assuming most of you know this, but down here for the texture, this was actually built for skin smoothing. And they built it, they were testing it, they had it called skin smoothing. And then once they took the slider the negative way, they realized it was adding texture. So they decided to take it the opposite way. So they flipped the slider. They call it texture now instead of skin smoothing. So that is at 100. That's the before. That's the after. Neural filters are stronger. Neuro filters came out better with this one. Wow. I expected it to do more. I really did. Oh. I use a skin smoothing neural filter in my fashion stuff. I like it. Jump back over into Photoshop. I like it. I'm having a difficult time getting away from frequency separation. Smoothing paper, not complexion. Well, that's one of the things of using the photo restoration is it's using Sensei, not Firefly. It's using Sensei, Adobe's AI. That's been around for over probably 12 years now to actually just work on the face. You know, it sees it, it knows it's the face, it's only working on the face. And so that's why you can see we're getting so much more smoothing throughout the face than the paper. Whereas Lightroom Classic, Adobe Camera Raw, the texture is an overall global adjustment. And so what Barbara's saying is absolutely correct. Smoothing paper, not complexion. But now you got me thinking, if we jump in, let's go ahead, grab a mask, detecting people. Jeff, good to see you over on Facebook. How are you, brother? I hope you are doing well. We're gonna do that. We're gonna grab that. Our body skin and facial skin. Yep. I'm good with that. Okay, we're gonna create that mask. And that is terrifying. That's like, aren't the Oompa Loompas red? The Oompa Loompas are red. There's someone watching on Facebook. Note the date. Hey, I get like a dozen views. I mean, it's not like the 600 views that I get on Behance. My Facebook page is more about staying connected with friends and family when I moved over to Germany. It has absolutely nothing to do like business wise. So yeah. Okay. Again, we've got it all the way down. Bring in the texture. We could really soften it up, taking the clarity all the way down. Jeff says, just getting ready to go into work. I've been working at a vet school as their staff photographer, videographer since July. Hope all is well in Germany. That is interesting, Jeff. A vet school. Veteran? I'm assuming veterinarian. I was gonna... How could you have a veteran school? Ketchup mayo mask. That sounds like an interesting job. It does. I don't think I could handle it. I'll tell you right now. I don't have the stomach for that. I do not. Let's get back into our sliders. So we have doing a before and after. That's the before. That's the after. Plastic. Totally lost all definition, all the laughing lines, everything is gone. Now we take it even more, and now she just looks flat. That's, I don't like it. I don't like it. So let's reset. So there are ways that you can continue adding masks. You can keep building up if you're not getting what you wanted. I think you gotta be gentle. Be gentle. Be gentle. Like, I'm at the point now, I'm feeling this is over the top. I mean, this is, again, the puppies licking the camera and the kittens destroying it. How would a kitten destroy a camera? How can you be so anti-kitten? You're mean. Push it off something. Okay, yes, you win there. All right. I need to keep working on this neck. I'm having issues with this. These things are evil, and I'm a cat lady. Good to know, Sandrine. Good to know. Sandrine, have a great day. Thank you for sharing your font with the community. Hopefully people will check it out and get back to you. And thanks for the tips and the links that you shared. All right, as of right now, we're just trying to get a little bit more blending. What to do of those wavy lines? Which ones do you mean? Do you mean the background? Why is it even when having lunch, I can keep myself from watching? Why is it that even when having lunch, I can keep myself from watching this stream? Okay. Go ahead, patch that out. Just a couple more patches. So it's a good question. Let's go ahead, Command 0, zoom out. Looking a little bit better. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. At this point, we've got our background. Now, how do I want to do this? Let me think. What I'm going to do is we are going to grab any selection tool whatsoever. Up here at the top where it says select subject, what I'm going to do is come down here and hit select subject in the cloud. And this is not a sticky button, so you have to set it every time, or you can set it in your preferences. And I'm okay with that for what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and just go, let's go Command J. We're going to make a duplicate copy. Let's zoom in a little bit, and we're going to hit I for our eyedropper. And let's grab this color to begin with. We're going to make a new layer and go Option Delete. And with that layer, I'm going to go ahead and bring the opacity of this layer down just slightly, because we don't want just a flat background. If it's just flat without a gradient or something in it, it looks so fake. It looks so bad. So bringing down the opacity, you can bring back, like, that's it before. That's it after. I like having the little bit of texture on top of that. And at that point, what we're going to do is let's grab this layer. Let's turn it into a smart object, because I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. And we're going to come into filter, sharpen, and unsharpen. Welcome to the group of addicted Shawn followers. Oh. We're going to do that. Next off, let's grab a layer and is it Shift Delete? Yes. Shift Delete. We're going to do a 50% gray, 100% opacity, and we're just going to hit OK. Next off, let's go to filter noise. We're going to add noise. We want to go Gaussian and we want to go monochromatic. So this is one of those things that all of a sudden you spend all this time cleaning and getting everything nice, and then you're going to add noise. So around 4%, that's going to be okay. Now we can come down and go to overlay. Overlay might be too much. Maybe soft light, and then we can bring down that opacity. Now, this is one of the things I think it's subtle, and let me zoom in so you can see what I'm saying. adding the noise back into it, I think it looks more real. This is an old photo. You can sit here and do all the cleanup in the world, you know, and I could spend a lot more time on this image, being very specific about certain things, but taking down the background, you know, having it at 100%, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. So taking it down to about 30%, bringing that detail. Also, adding noise back is a fine art. Jeff, you are so correct. And Jeff, I used to scoff at people that did this. I would be like, psh, scoff. I was so against the idea of adding noise back in. And it's taken me a few years. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus Ramirez would spend all this time editing and getting this and that, creating these great masterpieces. And just, you know, Jesus is one of the kings of Photoshop. And he'd always add noise. Always add noise. And I'm like, then why are we working on the denoise? Why? It's taken me time to understand that for you as an artist, it's whatever it is that you want to do. And I have come to appreciate the noise. Grain equals noise. Yes. I love me some texture. Jeff says, I completely get it. It has its place for sure. It really depends on what you're shooting. Yeah. I mean, yes. There are times that I want perfectly clean, tack sharp, concert photos. I hate high noise. Jeff, this is for you, buddy. Let me find this really quick. Give me a second. Hold on, everybody. This is for all the concert photographers out there. Never click on links live. Here we go. All right, what side do I want to be on? This was a post that I made on Instagram a while ago, made for the love of the newish tool denoise in Lightroom Classic. Go ISO crazy, denoise. This is, I know you didn't see this stream, but when denoise came out and I was showing it off, it was, well, okay, Jeff. Yeah, I'll answer that in a second. Chat will get a kick out of this. So the denoise came out and somehow somebody or I said, you know, you can go ISO crazy now. And I thought that was hilarious. So I made this design, I made up t-shirts, I made a whole bunch of merch that I didn't sell any. But go ISO crazy for the noise. Jeff says I really have to learn Lightroom. Okay, chat, you're gonna get a kick out of this. Let me get back into Photoshop. There's people within this community that have a love affair or a working relationship with Adobe Bridge. I do not. I downloaded it, I opened it up once, and I said, nope, not for me. Now, going back when I was near Boston in Framingham, I went into Jeff's studio where Jeff was working, and we started talking about Lightroom. And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I use Bridge. How do you use Bridge? So everybody here in the community knows that my response usually when it comes to bridge, but Jeff was one of the very first people, gave me the explanation, and at that time why he was using bridge, that's perfectly fine. That's neither here nor there, but saying that I really have to learn Lightroom with Adobe Camera Raw within bridge, I don't think it's a have to, because you already have and already are using bridge as your organizer. People say, why do I have to have Lightroom Classic when I have Photoshop? Well, because you need an organizer. Now, if people turn around and say, okay, I use bridge as my organizer. Okay, that's great. There you go. So I think Lightroom is basically bridge and Adobe Camera Raw plus some fanciness. Yes. Yes. You know, I agree. I understand why people use bridge, and which is perfectly fine. The majority of my files are photos, so I do not need the power of bridge that graphic designers, people that use InDesign, you know, designers, they have multiple styles of files. I don't have that, so I don't need it. I did, Stuart. I know your ears would peak up, and I said InDesign. Especially the new Lightroom where the local files interface isn't cataloged. It's just like on disk, like bridge. Yeah, yes. Okay, let's jump back into Photoshop. Command 0. So, for you, if anybody new was coming in and with photography, yes, I would say learn Lightroom Classic. Lightroom is a tool for me. Like Lightroom Classic and Photoshop are my base. That's my trunk. That's the foundation of my tools. Everything else when it comes to photography is going to be just another tool to have in your box. So for me, like Lightroom, 99% of all images that I take, probably more than that, but 99% of all photos I take always immediately start in Lightroom Classic. Always start in Lightroom Classic. So I've got them in Lightroom Classic. Then if I need to, is the VOD of your ISO Crazy stream online. It is. I don't know when. So Lightroom on the web has some features that I need, that I want to use. And people, please, if you haven't already, subscribe. I want to make some money on YouTube. All right. So, you know, I am not 100% only Lightroom Classic. I'm about 95% Lightroom Classic, then 5% Lightroom. Okay, that's the relink. All right. Here is, let me pause that 1 second. Let me bring this up here. I'll put the link in chat for you, Jeff. Of course, it's playing music. Good job, Shawn. Okay, so, let me make sure I turn it off. Oh my gosh. There we go. I don't know if it is, let me see. The idea might have came from this one, the Adobe Live Classic. That was the idea, and then the next one, I could have made it. I don't remember. It was 5 months ago. Given the photography plan is cheaper than Photoshop single app plan, you might as well learn Lightroom. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay. I'm somewhat okay with this. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap here. Am I on the right side? Yep. Okay, so this is the original photo that PJ from the community asked me to see if I could clean up a little bit. Sorry, I was off making tacos. Woohoo, InDesign. Of course, Devlin, that's for you. I had tacos for lunch, actually. Why do I tell Devlin? Why? Keep it to yourself, Shawn. Okay, so this is the original image. Now, I wanted to see what we could do with some of the neural filters. There's different ways that you could very easily jump into like frequency separation and really be able to clean up this texture. Now, it takes a little bit of time, but the mixer brush actually would do a wonderful job. And I think by the time I would get done using frequency separation, it would be too clean, I believe. So we took it into the neural filters using photo restoration. You can see what we've got right there. Jeff, take care, have a great day, and pet some of the animals for me. Don't get bit. Don't get bit. Unless by it's a radioactive spider, then go for it. Spider Jeff. Ridiculous. All right, so we went in, used the the neural filter in the photo restoration, did a nice job. Next off, we went in and did a little bit of skin smoothing, just a touch within the neural filters. And let me zoom in a little bit so you can see what we did. So there's the before. That's the photo restoration. That's the smoothing. That's a copy. Then I went in and wanted to just use the patch and some of the clone tools just to do a little bit of blending on the light. Then there was a question about how I would remove the background, which I wouldn't want to, but I added this solid color layer and I brought the opacity down to about 36%. I cut our subject out on a new layer, so she is on top of our solid color, and then I added just a bit of noise. Oliver says, I've never understood why Adobe still offers the Photoshop plan. Hey, you can get Lightroom Classic, Lightroom, and Photoshop for $9.99 a month, or Photoshop on its own for $21.98. You know why that is, don't you, Oliver? Let's go ahead, go Command S. We're gonna save. If you are a designer or a painter, and not a designer wouldn't use just Photoshop. A painter, somebody like that, and it's sent out as the photography plan. How many people don't look into it? How many people look at it and go, oh, I'm not a photographer, I'm not going to look at that? I mean, it's a possibility. So they could. I don't know. Yeah, the single app plans, none of them are smart. None of them. I don't care if you're just using Illustrator. It's not wise. It's not money spent well at all. Okay, let's jump back over into the Lightroom Classic and hitting G for our grid. And up here at the top, you can see we've got PJ's PSD right there. So our before, our after. Yeah, I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. We could do, now we've got it back into Lightroom Classic. We could do absolutely anything we want to it. If we hit D for our develop, if we wanted to see this as true black and white, we could just do that. Command Z, we could come in and go into our black and white filters and see if anything really pops out to us differently. Now, personally, I don't think this is that wise to do, but you still have absolute control, editing control of the photo. You have to think about it as taking an image and getting it back to zero. Now you can do whatever you would like to do to it. That's why I have the all apps now, because when I looked at adding plans for a couple more apps, I wanted it wound up cheaper to just buy the lot. Yes, that is true. I want to jump over into Photoshop. So we've got our image here. Let's go ahead. I am going to put a black and white adjustment layer on it. And we're going to try something out. We're just going to go black and white and say thank you, Photoshop. Now from here, we're going to do Command Option Shift E. Thought I was. Command Option Shift E. There we go. Okay, we can turn off all these layers. Now let's jump in. We're going to go Filter, Neuro Filter. It is a steep slope on those individual plans. And we're going to come down here to Colorize. I like it. Okay, so it's picking up the skin here. We can go ahead and we can add color. So if we grab that right there, let's see here. Checking the colors. That one. Okay, I'm digging that. Got a little bit too much there. Looks like we got a little bit of skin right there. Okay. I'm not angry with that. I don't know what to say. I'm pleasantly surprised. We do have some strange stuff happening up here at the top. So let's go ahead and add a couple more stops. There we go. There we go. Adding that same blue. Okay. Let's take this out as a new layer. Hitting OK. We are going to put a mask on that layer. We're going to hit D for our default colors. We're going to grab a gradient, making sure we're on the mask. And why did you give me white to white? I don't want white to white. Come on, Photoshop. That's what I want. I want to swap this around. Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wanted to just kind of see if we could get something that would blend black and white into color. I don't like it. I don't like that mask. Let's get rid of that mask. What did I just do? Why is that looking like that? I've got something funky going on with my layer. Why did it apply the mask? Command Z, Command Z. Should not have applied that mask. Let's just take it back. There we go. Yeah, I agree, Devlin. I'm not going to read that whole thing, but yes, I agree. But you're not supposed to look at the dress. Wow. I'm going to export this as a JPEG. Let's throw this on the desktop for right now. And we're going to call this... what do we want to call it? Go PJ color. Hitting save. Let's get rid of that. Let's take this layer. We're going to export that. Oh, cancel. Come on. Quick export, please. There we go. We are going to go PJ black and white. Throw that on the desktop, hitting save. All right. I gotta tell you, okay, this was actually kind of fun. I don't know how big these are. From today's stream. All right. I like it. I like it. I'm happy. I did a really nice job coloring. All right, let's go ahead. I don't want to save it though. Yeah, let's not save it. I've got the JPEG. I'm happy. Don't save. Let's jump back over into Lightroom. Wow, what did I miss? I took it, I turned it into a pure black and white, and I took it into the Neuro Filter recolor, and it ended up doing a probably 90% job of recoloring the image. Did a good job. So that's, as you can see, there is the Oh, well, actually that's the black and white image. That's not even the color tint. And then that's the colored. So, yeah. Very cool. All right. So I have a question for you people. Let me hit G for our grid. Make sure these are all in how I would edit. Oliver says, looks great. Hankyon says, wow, you did a perfect job. Well, thank you. I mean, it wasn't as bad as a lot of photos, restorations that you have to do. Like this one wasn't torn in half. It didn't have, you know, coffee stains or chemical stains with half the face missing. And they're like, can you recreate this? You know, this was a very clean scan, a clean photo. The only downfall from it was the texture. So just being able to remove the texture, that was it. That's all it was. So it wasn't a hard job. It was fun. I like doing that. They all here? They're not all here. Why are you here? Okay, which one am I missing? I'm missing. Devlin says, looks really nice. Thank you. Okay, so I have about 20 minutes left. I've got a 300 pixel by 300 pixel image of a manky old photo. Can you make it look like 4K? You're gonna let me see if I can find this. Give me a moment, people. Where was it? And I know I talked about this. Yeah, enhance, absolutely. I was kind of laughing about what people put in the Photoshop Discord. Oh, where is it? Come on now. Should just search by my name. Going live. Holy cow, I did that many live streams? Dang. Okay. Anyway, the point of the story is a person ended up putting in a like 50 pixel by 50 pixel. I have done a lot of streams. Oh, we're getting close. Okay, here we go. So this person, look how small this is. They wanted to take this photo. I count the seconds, Devlin. They asked somebody to take these three gentlemen out and put them into that photo. That's what they wanted. I had a couple minutes to spare. So I took it in, I enhanced it, and I put it in the window. Oh, the stream stats spreadsheet must be huge by now. It is. Big head mode will require a larger monitors going forward. Just because I do a lot of streams does not mean I do good streams. That is a concern in which I have. So, okay, here's a question I have for you, chat. I've got maybe 20 minutes left. Do you want to go through or help me go through some of the photos that I took yesterday of the birds? And I know Oliver will probably say yes. Or do you want me to edit one of yours? So that's kind of the question. And I'll wait for chat. Oh, believe me, Devlin, that's crossed my mind. Devlin saying, Harback, the count for quality concerns. You have no idea. Doing relink, seriously, oh. Hankyon? Okay. Jumping over, okay, we need to do a quick education here. Let's get back into my Discord. On my Discord, I have a feed of your photos to edit right there. Clicking on this and scrolling up, you will see people have shared photos from me and asked me, and it's how I would edit your photos. I've got old wedding photos that Rick wanted. Stian on his trip to Berlin sent me a bunch of architectural raws, and we were able to go through and edit a bunch of them. So people upload their photos here or send me links to their photos. Within Lightroom Classic, I have my own catalog. As you can see, this one only has 480 photos. And if I scroll through, you can see I've got a ton from Vikram. Like, he sent me 26 architectural raws, some wonderful photos from all over. We've got Stian, we've got some from Lydia. That's Lydia's right there. This Scary Spiders, Lydia's. More from Vikram. That is Bruce's. And so what I do is, once I have enough photos to actually, you know, that have a good range of photos, I do a full stream where I go through and edit your photos. And I talk about how they need to be shot different, or for that matter, just basic editing, how to do them differently. So, you know, Michelle has sent me photos. There's Rick's. Here is Jan's. That was a lot of fun. This was crazy. This photo from Michelle, that's the original, and that's the final. Why are you giving me that as the candidate? There we go. So this was a blast to work on. So yes, you can add your photos, and when I have enough of them, I'll do a stream about it. Okay. Now, okay, so some Ankyon says he added one, so let me jump over. To Meg. Now you got me. Oh, got me nervous. Abdullah, hello. Okay, that's off your phone. Yeah, I've got it. I will add it. I really don't do many like snapshots. Like I don't know what direction. It's a nice pocket photo. It is. It is. I mean, I love the expressions, the good smiles, the great contrast to the background. I dig it. I don't know what I would do to it. Oh, be careful. Be careful. Muhammad, hello. Do I have that? Yeah. You could end up something like this. Safin, yes, it has been a while. Joy everlasting. That was for the relink with the fat Deadpool. Actually, it was for the people that showed up early to the Firefly Adobe Firefly prompt jockey. When was that? I did it yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Oliver, have a great day. Have a good meeting. What am I doing? Let me get over to Lightroom. I will load that photo up and we will take a look at it. Let's see. I added Photoshop and Lightroom back to my subscription thanks to you. It's wise. It's wise. Harpreet, hello. Welcome in. What was I gonna show you? Today on the Firefly Discord, we are going to be using Firefly and working on product photography, doing advertisement studio photography. So generating and using Firefly Model 2. So if you want to join that, that's going to be in 2 hours on the Firefly Discord, so you can check that out. Jack is not going to be there today, so I'm going to be running the show solo unless Gus shows up or somebody like that. Then they can jump in with me. Other than that, that's what we're going to do. So really quick, just to go through, I talked about editing your photos. We're going to jump over to File and come to Recent. And I'm going to open up my Lightroom catalog. Now, this comes up, backup catalog. Very, very important. I have mine set up for once a week when exiting Lightroom. Yes, do it, do it, do it. It actually optimizes your catalog to make sure that you don't break anything. So this only has 400 photos. It'll be quick. My other catalog that has 80,000 photos takes a couple minutes. Not gonna lie. That's why I do it when closing. Okay. Let me scroll up. So I've got 200 photos. I was shooting with my 500mm lens. The river is still very high, as you can see. Normally, these are islands. It's a big, long island in which the birds nest and roost, and they're not there because the river is still high. But it's not flooding anymore, which is good. So, for this photo, one of the things that I wanted to play with a little bit more is playing with the 3D function. What river is that? Because normally we get the water after Germany. This is the Rhine. This is the Rhine River. So where I live, It is the widest part of the Rhine River. It's over 1 kilometer wide. Right now it's over 1 kilometer wide for sure, but wide. So what I did is I set up tracking, 3D tracking, and I wanted to test it with this bird. Now, as you can see, I was shooting at a 200 millimeter, so I could have cranked it up a little bit. It's a zoom, f7.1 at 1/800th of a second. And I brought up the ISO to 400. So for a photo like this, obviously if we end up hitting D for develop, and it doesn't look noisy until you zoom in and then you really get into the noise. So just to see what we get, we're going to go into our detail and we're going to use the denoise because this is a raw file and I can do it. Okay, so take a look at it. Not bad. Go ahead, enhance. I really need to be on the wrong other side. Nobody could even see what I was doing there. Sorry, people. And my fans are kicking on. Creating a DNG, there we go. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. All right, so like I said, I was kind of doing this, checking out the 3D tracking and how well it worked. So, not bad. It was having some difficulties, and I was thinking like, okay, maybe we don't have really enough. Oh, come on now. Like it doesn't have enough contrast. That's okay. Then we've got a herring. And again, I would denoise this a little bit. I'm shooting at 1250th of a second at this point. The bird's not moving. Heron, not a herring. I might have said herring. I don't know. I'm in streamer mode, so my brain is not working that great. Obviously, one thing I love about this photo here is we've got the contrast of the dark tree behind it. So we could really, you know, very simply getting into our basics. Let's go ahead, just hit auto. It's going to brighten everything up. That's too much, but you can really see it needs to be denoised, sharpened, but not bad from quite a ways away. But I really like that contrast. It really pops. I like that. You need hair so we can see when your fans kick on really fast. My goat will like go. Just to see what we've got going here, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to select that one. And we're going to, let's see, checking. Let's go to here. Whoops, I meant to hit shift and I did not do that. Let's make that. Come on, Shawn. So that one, we've got auto sync. Hitting D. Let me turn on sync. We're going to reset and just hit auto. So as you can see right there, that quick, it just did auto adjustments on those 21 images. So if I hit G and getting out of that, now instead of having them so dark, now you can see what we've got going. And it takes just a quick minute, quick second to make a preview as I load them. I was hoping this was going to be a little bit better. Lydia, have a great day. You know, I told them to not be in each other's way. Like, don't block. If you can't, as a photographer, you tell your subject, if you can't see the camera can't see you. I told him that. Did he listen? No. Little bit of blurry, little bit denoise needed. Geese love to mess everything up. That is true. Let's keep moving on. So at this point, I stopped using the 3D tracking and I went to a group. Ooh, I messed that one up. I went to a group and used high speed shutter and I don't like that. And just tracked them along. So again, let's go ahead. We're gonna grab this bunch right here, hitting D for default, auto sync. Go ahead, hit auto. And, you know, this, Oliver knows this for sure. Whenever you are taking photos of animals, that is awesome. You want all the trash from the flooding. You want them to be doing something. You don't want, like, this is great. This guy's just yelling for no apparent reason. Coming in, they're coming into the land. I missed it completely. They landed right in front of me. But like this, let's go ahead, grab that one, go. Wow, all these are like the exact same exposure. Go here, let's grab that, back up. I'm thinking of also streaming on Behance. I already do it on other apps, TikTok, but don't know what to show. I already did one yesterday to see if it would work. Cool. Just make sure that you are not... Well, no, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say, just make sure that you are not taking somebody else's time slot. But you would not be a featured streamer, so it's not like you would take it away from Adobe Live. These were fighting. So you've got the Canadian geese, and then you've got these other geese. God dang it, look at that. Feathers and the water. Ooh. That's a cool photo. May need to extend it out a little bit. I wish I could see more of its eye, but the brown geese are not native here. The Canadian geese obviously are not, but they migrate here. And they got into a major fight. They were not happy at all. Yeah, that could be brought out. That could be brought out. This is one of those times. I'm coming to the end. This is one of those times, usually you want to give space for the bird to run, right? You don't want it near the edge like this. But the fact I missed that one. Oh, I missed it. But with the water trail shooting up from behind, it's somewhat okay. I like that one. Winter is breeding time. Fight, fight, fight for your rights to mate. Oliver was showing some photos of the geese running on water when they take off. And I gotta say, this is like the first time that I've fully caught that. So I was pretty happy with that one. Yeah, here they are. They were really pecking at each other. They were yelling and screaming. Okay, nope, that's the geese. I've got this guy. Let me go ahead, select those. And right now, all I'm doing is hitting edit so I can actually see. You know, all of my photos I underexpose for this specific reason. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what kind of bird this is. I have not seen one like this. So I know Oliver is not here. But a baby grebe. I don't know. I've never seen this bird here before. Like, it's diving. Then we got this guy. Grab all of these. So good. So good. Such a cool looking bird. Like those eyes, he looks a little, or she looks a little nuts. Looks a little nuts. Yeah, that is what I think this is. I'm about 90% sure. Yes. No. Oh, Lightroom. Lightroom doesn't like when I stream and edit. There we go. I missed that one, it looks like. All right, let's go through. Yes. Devlin says their feathers get wetter than other water birds, so they perch with their wings out to dry after a swim. Yes, they do. And they do that usually on the islands. They're there like all the time. But there's no islands right now. Everything is flooded. So I'm assuming that that's kind of what he's doing here. He's trying to dry out, or it is trying to dry its wings a little bit, trying to get the water out of them before it takes off. So that's what I'm thinking. Muhammad, hello. Let's see, what else did I get? Anything else? I don't think I did. Nothing really worthwhile. Yeah. Okay, so let's go big head mode. Today was a lot of fun. It was an exploration into a photo restoration. Again, a big thank you to Sandrine for sharing her community font, or her font, to the community for free. For free! That's wonderful. Thank you, Sandrine. PJ, thank you for asking and sending the photo over to work on. I hope you like what I did. If not, I'll probably hear from it. But, oh, Oliver's back. That meeting was over. Okay. I am going to be streaming again in 2 hours on the Firefly Discord, so make sure to check that out. We'll be talking about advertisement photography. And the prompts that I'm going to need from chat is, what are we selling? What are we selling? Those are the prompts that we're going to need today. So I don't know yet what we're going to be working on Tuesday, since there's no relink. And of course, our relink use was so much fun. So good. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with me in chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. It means a lot to me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Everybody stay safe, stay creative, and just be nice. I didn't see Bruce's mom come in. Bye, Bruce's mom. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.